All right. Give this a second. Gotta wait for our little. There it is. I'm gonna pull this up so we have our comments. Wait for our little. And audio is good. So, all right, cool. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JH Show. Today, we missed last week. I apologize for that. We've been busy. Nate's been working. I think last week you worked you got off at 10, so we were both pretty tired.
Yeah.
And didn't really want to do the podcast. But we had some fun last week. We got to have your brother over for the weekend, and that was an experience. So I guess we'll start with that. How did that even come up?
Wait, that was last week?
Yeah, it was like last weekend.
My brother was just in town, and I think he was just off of work because he works all over the place around here. And he's like, "Hey, can I come hang out?" I think he stayed the night.
Yeah, he stayed the night
He
here.
stayed the night.
So when he got here, he was pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So before that, I think he missed his train back home. So he wanted some place to stay, and so we're just convenient close by for him. So just because he missed his last train ride home, he's like, "Well, I'll just." Or no, maybe was that last time or getting my.
I thought it was this time. He
Was it
missed
this
his
time?
train, and you had to give him a ride to his friend's place.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh is Nathan's brother. I actually kind of want to have him on the podcast at some point. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I helped him set up his podcast. That's what he went to do, was go record a podcast with his friends, and kind of cool. So when they get that started, we'll give him a shout out on our podcast, and you guys can check them out and everything. And they started a podcast. I helped them get everything set up. Quick shout out to Anchor for sponsoring this podcast. And if you guys want to start your own podcast, super easy. Go to anchor.fm/start and get started. It's so simple. You can do it right from your phone. You don't need all this equipment like we have. But this definitely helps. I mean, this makes things so much nicer to be able to live stream the podcast and then be able to have the upload it and stuff. So cool stuff there. So he went and recorded the podcast and was back a couple hours later. I mean, they recorded a really long podcast.
Yeah, they're still editing it. That reminds me, I need to ask them to see if they got a preview or anything up.
See if they have it ready.
Yeah.
So they, I think it was 10 o'clock he called you. It's pretty late. And they were having drinks and enjoying themselves, and they got really, really drunk.
And I picked him up and took him back here, and then we got even more drunk.
Yeah, so we kept drinking while we were here. I cracked open a Four Loko and inhaled it, because they're just like sugar water with alcohol. And I inhaled the whole thing and was like, oh, okay, it is time for bed. And I felt so bad, because we have our neighbors upstairs, and it was like 11 o'clock, and we were just all loud, all three of us. We were having a blast. We hooked my camera up to Nathan's computer, and I don't how did this even start with the shirt off thing?
I don't know, I don't really want to get too much into that. It was just my friends on Discord, I joined in the middle of it. They were all doing webcams with their shirts off for some reason. Playing shirts or skins or something. I don't know.
So we all just take our shirts off and we're dancing and doing all kinds of stuff.
Whatever you do when you're drunk.
Whatever we do when we're drunk. And it was just, we worked out, which was really dumb. We have a set of dumbbells over there, and it was Josh's idea to try and get reps and see how many reps we could get. I think you got what? How many did you get? You got 20. I got 25, and he did 40 or something. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's a security guard. He has to be
has to be
in
fit.
shape.
He was pretty drunk though, so I was surprised to see him be able to do it.
He was just like, "Hey, let's work out." It's like we're hammered.
We are fucked up. How are we gonna even try to lift something? But it was quite entertaining. And then he tried VR, and he was drunk, so he didn't know what was going on. I dropped him in Beat Saber first, and I mean, even drunk, he had kind of the hang of Beat Saber, but I mean, there's walls that come at you that you have to dodge.
He was
He's just
tanking
standing
him.
there, like, taking him to the face. I'm like, that deducts your points. You got to dodge those walls. And so he was just, oh, I don't know. And he was missing so many notes on simple songs. So I was like, you think this is hard? Because I wasn't quite drunk yet. I was like, you think this is bad? Watch me try to attempt Through the Fire and Flames. Just notes everywhere. And, oh my gosh. I love Beat Saber. I want to stream some more of that. I'm streaming tonight. Minecraft Monday, guys. For anyone that's listening to the podcast, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/GearboltGaming. I stream on there every night, Monday through, every night for the most part, unless I'm gone. And last night I actually streamed me doing like a full self concert, which was kind of cool because I got a looper pedal for a guitar player that's just solo is like one of the coolest things you could ever have, because what it does is it's just a pedal that goes, your guitar goes into it and then it goes to the amp. When you play something, you click the button, it'll record what you're playing, and then you click it again to stop. So you play a riff, you click it, and it'll repeat that riff for 5 minutes straight, which was awesome to play with last night. And so I was doing a live concert last night. It was kind of fun. Anyway, what else? I'm trying to think of what else happened tonight. Josh was here. I helped him get set up with a podcast on Anchor, which is, like I said, super, super easy. And hopefully they can get that edited and figured out, ready to go, because I'd like to hear it. I want to hear what they talked about. Apparently it's like a 4-hour podcast, so I'm like,
They have to chop it up.
They have to chop it up.
Edit it. They have to really edit it.
Yeah.
Edit the video or the audio file, because it's like they talk about a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. They I mean, for the most part, as far as podcasts go, not a lot of people are gonna care, but there are certain things you can't say on a podcast.
They said those certain things.
Right. You don't drop N-words, which, that's a big no-no, but they did that apparently, so they've got to edit those out. But
my brother told me like they got to a point where they got so drunk that like the last like 45 minutes was just like gibberish.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like nothing cohesive was being said.
So yeah, that's why we don't get drunk for our podcast. I kind of want to, like, I don't know, we might have a drink while we're recording, but nothing to the extent to where we can't even have a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
So what else? There's but yeah, that editing is going to take a bit of work. So like I said, there are things that you can say on a podcast and things that you can't. We can say fuck, cunt. We can say whatever, as far as swear words go, but then you got to watch the like racial slurs. That's where things get like on the line where you got to be careful what you're saying. So but yeah, for the most part, I love my podcast, like our podcast. You're part of this too.
I am?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're my co-host.
Yeah.
I need to start introducing
co-host.
you as that. It's,
I'm just here.
yeah, you're just here. So everyone, I'm gonna start introducing him as my co-host Nathan, because I used to do that with
here.
Traven. So
With Traven, he was your
yeah, he was my
co-host.
co-host. I'd start the podcast and be like, "Hello and welcome to the JH Show. I'm your host, or I'm here with my co-host Traven," or whatever I'd say, and then but yeah, it's a whole process of figuring out what you want to talk about. And today we're just talking about the events of the weeks that has happened for like
the
last
2
week
weeks.
and stuff. So update on the car. So I think I've already talked about it. I got my car back. I think we talked about that last time. And I've been working on getting the paint taken off of the side. I need to do that again at some point. It's really difficult though, because the paint thinner takes a long time to activate on the paint, because it's spray paint. It takes a minute to adhere to it, and then you have to scrub it off hard as you can. I need to get a scrubber or something, but you have to literally just scrub it as hard as you can. And I've done a 3-foot section on the back fender, which is most of the fender, but it's took me 2 hours to get 3 feet done.
2 hours of like a week's worth.
Yeah, just to get 3 feet of a section done. And it's like, it's so hard to get it just to the point where it'll the paint will come off. But it's coming. It's coming along. So little by little, we'll get it cleaned up again. Get the Millennium Falcon back on its feet. So
Right.
got to get a radio for it. Got to get the LED kit back in it, because that LED kit was so cool. Because in the mornings when I'm really tired, when it's pitch black, it does something to you. You want to go back to sleep. Whereas with the LED kit, I'd kick that on in the morning and it was bright in my car, and I was more focused. So
Right.
it's kind of cool.
Helps you wake up.
Help me wake up. So, but yeah, I just got a football notification. I'll talk about that too. But yeah, I'm working on it. So we have, I don't know how long till. Let's see, what's today? What is today?
You scroll down on your phone, it'll tell you.
It'll tell me. Yeah, that's right. It is Monday, September 21st. So we have like a week and a half left of, or 2 weeks roughly of this month left. Which, here's the thing, time is flying. We've been here a month and a half now, which is crazy. And my sister came over yesterday out of the blue, and we were like, so here's one thing we both struggle with. We don't pick up as much as we should. We just kind of, like, this table's usually covered in all the bags of grocery, like, food items we get just covered, and we don't really clean up as much as we should. And then, I don't know, we just kind of lazy as far as that goes. But my sister calls me. I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, I'm coming to Salt Lake, or I'm coming down from Idaho, and I'm gonna come into Salt Lake and see you guys. I was like, oh, how far away are you? Oh, just a couple miles. Oh, okay, crap. All right, well, we've got to.
That's how you get us to clean.
That's how we gotta clean.
You come over.
Yeah, so I was like, Nate, we gotta clean. My sister's coming. So, her and her husband came. It's so weird to say husband. That's so weird. Her and her husband came, and they come to the apartment and played Wii, and we talked a bit, and it was fun, So
It was interesting trying to catch up with her.
yeah,
It's just
you haven't seen her in years. Yeah,
And then all of a sudden she's married. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, it's weird. She was engaged before too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that didn't go well. Just she backed out at a good time, because now we know what this guy was capable of. Like, he's an abusive person. We figured that out later, because she kind of had her suspicions about it, just the way he was in dating her. And so she broke that off. Like, they got engaged and then broke it off, and then he, like 6 months later, ended up finding a new girl, and then a couple months after that got married to her. And then she's told people that he's an abusive person, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad it's not my sister.
Right.
So, and the guy she found now, he's awesome. So he's really cool, treats her with respect, and just it's awesome. So she's happy, and that's the best part. As far as relationships go, I'm single, not doing anything with my life, just single. Both of us single bachelors in an apartment playing video games. That's what we do. You've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts.
I've just been trying to finish it.
Yeah. Have you never finished?
I have. It's just nostalgia.
Yeah. How far in are you on that?
I'm almost done with it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the one on the Nintendo DS. It looks super crusty
when crusty, chunky.
When you're on a 27-inch screen.
I remember those, too. Those, man, just the gross little chunks. I mean, back in our day, that was the shit. That was beautiful.
It was impressive getting that much content on a card.
On a card.
Like an SD card.
It's amazing. Now that's what's crazy. In our lifetime alone, how much technology has advanced. You think of, like, 2004, the first iPhone was like in concept. They had a kind of an idea, because we all had flip phones. I had a flip phone through middle school, and then the like 2005 or something came around, and the iPhone came out, the first chunk of block with touch screen. It was
in like middle school. I got like a flip phone.
Yeah.
My dad's old work flip phone.
Yeah, and so like that was like 2005. The iPhone, the block came out, and then also in 2005 we got YouTube. YouTube was something that had never been done before. I mean, there were like video sites, but there was nothing like what is today YouTube, the biggest streaming uh, video source in the world. It is, I think they upload like 100 million hours of footage each, like 2 hours. You know, it's just a ridiculous amount of footage just uploaded constantly.
And we're adding to it right now.
Yeah, we're adding to it right now. It's just, there's so much data. It just, I don't even know how they process it all. The amount of storage they have to have for that is insane. And then from what I know, they keep adding. It's just one huge building dedicated to videos.
Just storage.
Just a whole like 4-story building completely full with storage for videos. You know, that's insane. Just, and not even like offices. I mean, there might be some on the main floor, but as far as I know, that entire 4-story building is all hard drives to the ceiling. Like, it's insane how much data, you know. It's crazy. But yeah, YouTube's crazy. I remember I was actually watching some of my old YouTube videos when you and I were together, and I'm like, holy cow, we were just... Do you remember doing the Harlem Shake video?
Regretfully, yeah.
Yeah. I watched that and I was like, what are we doing? Because that was the thing. That was like 2014, 2015, the Harlem Shake. And I was like, let's do it. And
Everyone was doing it.
young Nathaniel. I seen Nathaniel in that video and I was like, what the heck? Oh my gosh, we're just tiny little humans doing YouTube.
He's younger than us, and he just looks like a little child.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. It's just looking back at our YouTube, it's like, what the heck? I did some stupid stuff. I did a parkour series where I would jump over this door and just belly flop on the ground.
I don't remember that.
I'll have to show you those. We did, of course, the bomb range. You know, we'd blow stuff up in my backyard, which got shut down pretty quick.
It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted. And then we moved on from that to the Game Raider group, and we did video games and all kinds of stuff with that. And it's just, you know, years and years of YouTube that I've been doing for so long, and it's cool. And you've been a part of it, you know. You were at the start of a lot of it.
The start and then the end, or I guess now.
Yeah, you're in it now. I can't remember. I think the last video I had you in was when we came and visited you up in Salt Lake. Jordan
2-3 years ago.
Yeah. And it was cool. It was cool to get the group back together and just...
Oh, bless me.
Yeah. Bless your face. If you sneeze during this video, bless you. YouTubers that were forgotten. Poor Tobuscus. He didn't advance to the time.
Rest in peace.
He's still doing videos, though.
No, it's because of other allegations against him, which were false.
Yeah, the false allegations, but...
That sucks, though. Yeah, he really... That just sucks for him. Though.
Yeah, he's still doing videos. He uploads on occasion, like
I saw
twice a month or something. But they're not what they used to be, you know. His, I think he was really, really peaking in like 2012 through 2015, that era of YouTube. Nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit. You know those.
His original skits were popular.
Yeah.
And his Minecraft series.
Minecraft Slender was what hooked me for him. I remember Slender came out, and I think it was, I don't remember when that game really came out, but it exploded when he was doing his series and his reactions to Slender Man. I was just laughing, you know, just a dumb kid laughing at his reactions. And it's so fun just to think like that was him back in the day, and now it's just a different dynamic for him. But yeah, if you don't adapt to the times, it's gonna kill you. So that's what happened, and the allegations didn't help either. But yeah, that's YouTube in a nutshell. Just some stay, you know, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, the three kings of YouTube.
Yeah, red PewDiePie, green PewDiePie.
Yep, the three kings, as I call them. Those guys
and PewDiePie
have made it. You know, they constantly, they like the system. They know how it works. But there are some that just fade out, you know. So, who was that guy that did all those cringy videos? He was always talking about the news and stuff. I can't think of his name.
The news.
Yeah, he had a ton of pictures on his back wall, just
Oh,
plastered.
equals 3.
Now,
Has it? No?
now, I can't even. If I looked up his name, I would be able to. Uh, I might even think about it before I look it up. But so there was. Who were some YouTubers you remember watching years ago that don't really do much now? Um,
Um, I don't know. I can't think of them on the spot. And like you're searching one of them
yeah,
up right now. Uh, Vanos Gaming. I think
Vanos still does stuff.
they still do stuff.
Yeah,
I stopped watching them because I don't really watch like gameplay things very much anymore. Just not enough time for that. I don't know. I'm not much of a gameplay watcher, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know how to describe what I watch on YouTube because I remember you coming over. It's like, what is your recommended feed? It's like,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know.
Fred, you remember Fred?
I don't want to.
Yeah, he lost. I'm just looking at like YouTubers that lost a lot of subscribers. Fred had,
He was like
yeah, he was
second
really
or third
popular.
up there.
He lost over 1.5 million subscribers, quick, like within 2017 or something. Um, I'm just looking at all of these old YouTubers. There's just tons that just, haven't. I'm trying to think of what his name is.
Bunch of pictures on his back wall.
Yeah. I don't. I'm gonna see it, and I'm gonna recognize it. There were.
Are you sure it's like there's equals 3 when he goes by Ray William Johnson?
That's him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ray
that's
William
equals 3.
Johnson.
I
Okay,
think
equals
isn't that?
3. Is that his name?
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's the name of his show, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. Yeah, Ray William Johnson. That's who it is. Yeah, that guy was so popular, and then where is he? He's not. I don't even know if he uploads anymore.
I don't know. You'll have to check.
Just like it's just crazy. There's so many that have just not done um, anything for years. But I remember. I don't know if you ever watched. There was Ray William Johnson. There was. Is it a good idea to microwave this? Did you remember those guys?
I watch that all the time, actually.
I did too.
I remember it. I like putting it like on full volume while at a store or no, like at a sit down restaurant. And my dad and then like the video like swore. I had like a swear word in it. My dad's like, "No, turn it off, turn it off."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my mom hated my YouTube. Like when I was watching YouTube, she's like, "Turn that off," because my mom, very religious, doesn't swear at all. And I would be watching PewDiePie. I would be watching. Is it a good idea to microwave this? I would be watching. Who's another one I watched that my mom hated?
They didn't even
Smosh.
swear that
Smosh.
much.
I
Oh,
watched
Smosh.
so much Smosh as a kid, man. And I was in that era of adolescence. I was into girls. I was into titties. And so Smosh knew what to do with marketing, especially since most of their fan base is like my age, right? They put huge, like, tits almost showing in the thumbnail. And you'd be like, titties, I want. And
The thumbnails.
the thumbnails alone, clickbait, right? That was like the clickbait era. And yeah, Smosh had it made. They had like 10 million subscribers at a time where that was insane. And PewDiePie was behind them for a lot of years. And then something clicked in like 2012. PewDiePie surpassed them by a ton. And now I remember when PewDiePie hit 50 mil, I was like, holy cow. Now he hit 100. It's like, oh my gosh. It's just crazy. That number never seemed achievable. I remember when 1 million was like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
in the early days of YouTube. Oh, millions of, holy cow.
I think I was around like when he was doing like when he was like at 500,000. He was doing like his horror game
The
series.
Amnesia series,
Amnesia,
yeah. I've
that's
been
what it
watching
was.
him for years, probably around.
I remember his old outro. It was really catchy.
Yeah. I've been watching him since he had the old outro. And, like, I don't know, I've been watching him for a long time.
His horror series and then the Happy Wheels.
Happy Wheels. Jacksepticeye was his Happy Wheels series was the reason he blew up. You know, it's.
I think I was watching like PewDiePie play Happy Wheels and Markiplier, and I think there was like one more.
You actually showed me Markiplier, and it was the Five Nights at Freddy's. And Markiplier,
Oh, no.
that was what blew him up, was his Five Nights at Freddy's series. And he just got huge.
What's with horror games and being popular?
I don't know.
The reactions.
The reactions, really. I hate horror games, but I play them on occasion. I want to get Five Nights at Freddy in VR.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, fucking terrifying in VR. But yeah, just all the YouTubers that we watched through the years, it's been nuts just to see how they've progressed or declined. You know,
I feel like it's set in place. Everything's just it's like it's all downhill from here.
yeah, pretty much.
It takes one allegation and you're ruined.
Yeah,
Just like Tobuscus.
like Tobuscus. And it's not just Tobuscus. There's tons of that's the thing now, you know. And you look at like the Fitz and Call Me Carson. Do you remember that thing?
What about that one?
So I don't know if maybe you don't know. Call Me Carson had a girlfriend who was basically an e-thought. People in the comments can hate me for saying that. Fuck you. She was an e-thought. She would get online on Twitch, barely anything on, you know, just trying to get views. And then she dated Call Me Carson. Now, Call Me Carson was dating her at the time, and they went to like a Twitch party or something, and her and Fitz hooked up. She cheated on Call Me Carson for Fitz, and it was just this huge drama. It happened this year. And just tons of drama happened, and Call Me Carson and the Misfits were actually pretty close, you know.
Right. They have the same, not director, but manager.
They did, but they're on different, like they've parted ways, do their own thing now. But yeah, so that caused a ton of drama and kind of like dampened the Misfits like hard. They lost a lot of subs over that deal. Mostly because of Call Me Carson is really well supported as far as a YouTuber and in the community, and he goes through a lot of mental issues, and that's why he's really supported, is because people understand it. A lot of people have those issues themselves, so that's why they can relate to him. And you know, as far as being a YouTuber myself, if I was to ever blow up, I wouldn't know how to handle it. I don't think anybody's ready for that, because I love watching Markiplier's videos, because when he hit 10 mil, he didn't even know what to say. He was crying on camera. He was just happy, and just there's no, as a YouTuber, there's no amount of like thanks you can give your fans. You know, I love my fans because I've had fan art drawn for me. I've had gifts sent to me. I've had tons of stuff done for me, you know, and it's just humbling to me because I'm able to create content for these people and they enjoy it. So, but yeah, YouTube's been something in my life for years, and I enjoy it. I really do. But gotta get another video done at some point. I don't know what I want to do. I was thinking. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do next.
Spin your little
Spin
pizza
my
wheel.
I have this wheel of games. I can spin it. I might do GTA, honestly. GTA is really popular still. It's crazy. I remember playing GTA 4 at your house on your Xbox.
And I like that one.
I remember it was New Year's, and we had a blast taking like helicopters down Main Street, jumping out and seeing how far we'd bounce.
That was my favorite thing too, because you build up so much speed.
You jump out of the helicopter.
And you hit a car at the right angle, and you just get launched. If you don't die in the process.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was good times. And just good memories back then. I remember the first time I actually had Mountain Dew Voltage was at your house. My dad, it was New Year's. I think it was New Year's 2015 or 16. One of those years. It might have been 15. I came down to your house. My dad gave me this 2-liter bottle of Voltage. And that was, I finished it. I barely gave anybody. I finished that whole thing, and that was a wild New Year's party at your house. Oh man.
Good times.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
All right.
I didn't think about this
Go for
before
it.
the podcast.
That's fine. I'll talk for a minute. So, what's been going on in our lives? Not a lot. We've been working, and we've just been, yeah, that's about it. Working and playing games. That's our life. So as far as the title of this, we living in the big city. So I got to go to my parents' place. They live 2 hours south of me in a like rural town in the middle of nowhere, and there's not a lot of stuff that goes on down there. It's actually pretty boring. I went down there this last weekend, hung out with a friend. She's awesome. Got to see Traven and Trace and the boys and hung out with them for a bit. It's really weird to go down there because now that I live in the city, everything's so congested. It's the best description that I have of the city is its convenience with a side of road rage, because I love the convenience. I can go down the block. We can go. There's a movie theater on our block, the Cinemark, huge movie theater. We can go down the street, go watch a movie, then come right back home. It's literally up the block from us, or down the block. Then there's so many fast food places everywhere. I've never been used to that. There's so many options just scattered throughout this city, it's the city. I'm not used to it. In my hometown, we had four options for fast food. We had a Subway, we had a Carl's Jr., we had a Burger King, and a Costa Vida. And that was the highlight of the town where we lived. There were four
The nearest
main...
Walmart was like 2 hours away.
No, 45 minutes.
45
Richfield.
minutes.
Yeah. So, so we didn't have a Walmart. There's literally just nothing out there. The best thing. So here's what I did while I was down there. So I went and visited my parents, said hello to them, hung out with them for a bit. It was my sister's birthday as well, which I didn't even know.
Oops.
Tell the day of. I was like, oh, happy birthday. And then I went down there and then hung out with my friend. She's been on the podcast, but she doesn't want her name said, which is stupid because no one listens to our podcast. Not a lot of people do, but so I hung out with her, and like I said, there's not a lot to do out there. There's a couple options. You can go get drunk at the Hot Pots, which is the highlight of our time out there. You can't really do a lot out there. The only thing that's fun down there is like the holidays, Christmas, 4th of July, New Year's. That's about it.
And the Pioneer Festival
The
or
Pioneer
something?
Festival, that's a lot of fun. But that's it as far as that town goes. Up here, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can go bowling. You can go watch movies. There's just everything up here. Whereas down there, what I did was went and said hi to my parents, went and hung out with friends, went and hung out with this chick. We went in the mountains, got high. That was it. That's all you can do to have fun is just go enjoy nature. Nature's not bad. I mean, I love nature. It's great. And hanging out with friends is great, especially high, because you get to have some fun conversations that you probably won't remember what you talked about, because I don't. I have pictures, though, which I'll show you later. I'll explain, too.
Pictures without context.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really weird. Like I said, the city is convenience with a side of road rage. That's what the city is. And it's great. I love the city. It's fantastic. There's so many options up here. I needed that foot pedal. I could have ordered it and had it here today, or I could have just drove down a couple blocks and went and picked it up.
And that's what you did.
So that's what I did.
There's a store for everything.
Yeah, there's everything up here, and it's so nice. Yeah, you've lived in the city for a long time, longer than I have. So, but you still don't know the streets.
I don't bother to.
Yeah, it's really not. That's one thing I learned really quickly while living up here is the street system. So north and south, you have like your I think it goes from 100 to like 1500 or something. Um,
A
or
number's
no,
just
no,
how
no, it
far.
goes higher than that.
It's just how far away you are from.
Yeah, north and south are like 100 all the way up to, we are at 3300, somewhere in there.
Don't say our address.
Yeah, I won't give our address away. But, I mean, just if you were to try to figure it out, it's pretty simple. You need to go to 900 East and 500, or like 900 East, 1100.
It's like coordinates on a map.
Yeah, it's coordinates. It's pretty simple. So you just go up to 900 East, you head over, you head north, because
It's like 4 over and 3 up.
the further north you go, the smaller the number gets. Further south you go, the bigger the number gets. So, further east you go, larger the number. Further west, smaller. It's pretty simple. Till you hit
Or
center.
Google Maps.
Or Google Maps. You gotta, if that
For
shuts
going down,
down.
for going down the road.
Yeah, if that shuts down, you're done for.
It's not gonna shut down. It's
Well,
Google. Google
I know,
owns
if
the
your
world.
phone died, that's,
Well, then I'll be fucked.
yeah. I mean, you gotta figure those roads out. It's a pretty simple system. Just figure out the grid. But I can get home from anywhere here now. Like, it's so easy for me because I figured it out. But yeah, so living in the city, it's got its challenges. I've seen, like, there's so many homeless people here. That's crazy.
There's always one on the Main Street corner.
Yeah, yep. There's always one down by that gas station where that Chevron is. And it's just, there's a lot of homeless people. There is, I'm trying to think of what else.
I remember working at an old store, and some dude came in. He's like, "Hey, is your restroom open?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And worst decision of my life, when he came out, that restroom was destroyed.
Yeah.
He used it to shower.
Oh, God. That's unfortunate. Just, yeah, it's sad, but
You get to see all kinds of wealth out here.
yeah, and we're in a pretty classy
See the-
neighborhood.
You see the full spectrum here.
Yeah, we're in a pretty classy neighborhood, to be honest. A lot of these people have it pretty well made, and they, we don't really talk to each other, so
Right. Everyone just keeps to themselves, which is the best part.
it's the best part. Whereas in the small town, where we're,
They'll want to know your family, your
They-
dog's name.
yeah, everything.
Just like get away from me.
Everything about you. And
hate
it's so kind of toxic, and that's, I don't know, that's kind of Utah. That's really only Utah. I mean, not just Utah. I mean, there are small towns everywhere.
Just the small towns.
It's just small town, the way small towns are. Everybody knows everybody's business before they even do it. So, and if you do something wrong, the whole county you'll hear about it. So that's another reason I'm glad I'm gone, because no one knows my past. They just think I'm another guy. It's great. So, I'm trying to think.
Glad to see that you're enjoying the city now.
Oh, it is fantastic. It's just not only do we have a fantastic apartment, I'm rooming with my best friend,
Right.
so
Just everything's
everything
perfect.
just kind of worked out, and I'm hoping things keep going good. I did get my car stolen, which was a lesson.
You are incredibly lucky with
I
that.
am insanely lucky that I got it back.
Anything you miss from small town?
Yeah, someone's gonna find it. If someone took my car down there in hometown, we'd find it way quick. It's so spottable. Everyone knows it's my car.
It's like,
Someone-
hey, Jaden, I found your car over here.
Yeah.
It's just like your neighbor, or like, doesn't even have to be a neighbor, just like
Well,
in the same
everyone
town.
knows me. Everybody knows me. You know why? But
It's like, hey, that's Jaden's car, but
Yeah.
that's not Jaden driving
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
Let's go get him. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go beat him up.
let's go fuck them up. Yeah, no. So I'm also president of a motorcycle club, and so a bunch of my members called me after I posted it on Facebook. They were like, "Who is it? We'll find him. We'll fuck him up." I'm like, "Guys, easy, easy. I don't know." But I was really lucky to get the car back.
That's
so,
cool.
Yeah. So apparently, whoever stole it was stealing other cars because there were different registrations in there. So I'm guessing the guys that took it. We watched the footage. We actually have footage. There was a house two houses down that had a camera.
Your car is apparently worth $1,000.
Apparently, I don't know. It's probably worth more than that. I could
That's
probably
what was
get
written on a
15
bag
out it.
of other registrations.
Yeah. It's probably probably get 1,500 out of it if I want.
I don't know the
sell it.
process that crackheads go through to
Yeah.
purchase cars.
I don't know.
Here's a different registration that has my full name, but it's not the right car.
Yeah. So.
Here's a Honda Civic. Why does it look like a Chevy badge? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Here's $1,000.
Yeah. So crazy. I'm just super lucky, and everything's kind of worked out up here in the city. Just little things happen on occasion, But so far, we're doing okay. We are, we're doing all right as far as
In the 2 weeks that went by since the podcast,
yeah,
just normal events happened.
normal events. Life is good as far as everything's going. So
We survived first month's rent.
we survived first month's rent. Second month is coming up, so we're gonna start saving. Yeah, I mean things are good. I love my job. It's fantastic. You got your old job back way quick.
Yeah, they didn't even interview me. They're like, "All right, go start."
Yeah. So I mean everything just worked out. It's so like I don't know. It's just blowing me away when I think about how
It's
much
just
stuff
amazingly well how things
actually
are
worked
going.
out. You got your old job back, which is literally a couple blocks away. You just drive there, instead of being like way north where you have to find something else.
Mhm.
Literally right there. My jobs are all kind of local, within 20 to 30-minute drives, so it's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
And everything just worked. So it's pretty lucky that we got everything where it is now. And the space, I cannot get over the space of this place. It's huge. Huge. It's just,
Huge.
it's so huge. China, huge.
I want it.
I want it. Yeah, no, it's great. We do need to clean our rooms. That's the only thing we haven't really done. Both our rooms are a mess, but we don't really care enough. So, yeah. Anyway, so that is about it for this week. Sorry we missed last week again. We'll try and keep on it, but like I said, our schedules are a little different. Sometimes he gets home late, and I'm already exhausted from work, and so we don't record. But we will have these podcasts up. It is a lot of fun to do, and yeah, it's pretty good. So thanks for listening, watching. Shout out to Anchor. Again, guys, if you want to start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. You can do it right from your phone. Super simple. This podcast is also sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Go to geico.com to get your rates today. And yeah, that's about it. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, all our social medias. Obviously, you can follow me on YouTube, Gearbolt Gaming. We just hit 3K, so that's pretty cool. What else? You can follow me on Twitter, Gearbolt Gaming. Gearbolt Gaming. You can follow the podcast as well on Twitter at the JH Show 1. We need to tweet something. I haven't tweeted in forever. What else? Oh, email us. Email us with questions at the jhshowpodcast@gmail.com. And what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/GearboltGaming. If you would like to donate, it'd be great. You get personal videos from us. You get all kinds of fun stuff. So go to patreon.com/GearboltGaming and check that out. Anyway, thank you guys for listening, watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.